So, y'all have been wanting to do this for a while, but never really sat down to just do it. So, I wanted to do, just like some girl talks, talk about some topics, in the luxury community that I see. I'm a member of a couple of groups, bag groups, luxury groups over on Facebook, and mostly I mind my business. I'm not one to engage a lot in those types of groups because for various reasons. We might talk about that in another video. Not that I've been involved in any drama, because I haven't, because this is a drama-free channel, okay? We do not do getting into drama with other people. So, but I peep, some of the topics that people talk about, and one that I've always kind of wanted to touch on is that I see people, mostly younger people, I feel like, who ask questions like, how do I find a man who will buy me luxury gifts? And similar to the, finding like a high value, some people say, man type deal, or they already have a man and they're like, oh, how do I let him know that, I want him to buy me luxury things? Okay. So I feel like I could talk about this a little bit. Not that that was ever my goal. Like, I never had those thoughts like, oh, I need to find a man who will buy me such and such and such. But I do now have a man who buys me luxury things. So I feel like I could talk about a little bit. Not an expert, but just a teensy bit. So, speaking from my personal experience and what I've seen work for some other people. Speaking of, I saw a TikTok that Talitha Jane did. And basically the TikTok was about how I think she was like taking herself out on a date, showing like, oh, I bought myself this. And basically the point she was making is that you have to treat yourself a certain way so that people can already see how you're living. People can look at her and say, oh, she treats herself very well. So if I want to step to her, obviously I'm going to have to treat her very well as well. And that makes sense to me. Like, that makes sense to me. So, like I said, speaking from personal experience, for me, when my husband met me, like, he automatically already knew, hey, she's into bags. He saw my bags that I had. At the time, my collection was a lot smaller than it is right now. I think I only had one Louis Vuitton bag at the time, and that was my Speedy. Pretty sure when I met him, I only had one Louis Vuitton bag. But a couple of months, let me see, like 3 months after I met him, I think, I let him buy me my second Louis Vuitton bag. Like, I found my bucket bag on eBay, which was, I feel like it was a nice little introductory thing for him, because a lot of men don't know how much bags cost. Like, to be real, a lot of men don't know how much bags cost. And matter of fact, if y'all follow Mono's Beauty, she mentioned that her husband thought she was paying like maybe $30, $40, $50 for her Dooney and Burke bags that she had. Like, they honestly do not know how much bags cost. But this particular one, I found a Louis Vuitton bucket bag. At the time, you could find them easily for like $150. So I found one for that price, and I let him buy that for me. I felt like that was a nice little introduction into, okay, these are the types of things that I like, which like I said, he already knew because I already had them. I already had my dream car at the time when I bought him. I already had my dream car at the time that I met him. When I met him, my dream car was a Dodge Charger, and I had bought the 100th anniversary edition of the Dodge Charger. Like, that was me. I was living in my house that I purchased by myself as a single woman. Like, that's the kind of lifestyle that I was living. So did my husband look at me and say, oh, I think I can, not buy her nice things because she doesn't like nice things? No. He immediately saw, okay, She likes nice things. Like, I feel like that's the number one tip. Like, let your lifestyle speak what you enjoy. Like, I understand you may not have the budget to purchase certain things, but the things that you can do for yourself, like Talitha Jane mentioned, taking yourself out to a nice dinner. They see, oh, she takes herself out to nice dinners. I'm not going to be able to take her to McDonald's. Even if you don't necessarily have the budget to purchase the bags that you want, I feel like even just bringing them up in conversation, because, you know, my husband recently got me a Chanel bag that he found for a steal. Did I have the budget for my own Chanel bag? No. But did he know, okay, there are some Chanel bags that I would like? Yes, because we talk about those things. I feel like bringing those things up in conversation is also important. And I feel like that's a huge thing in relationships anyway. I feel like you need to really be able to talk to your partner about the things that are really important to you. Like, if it's something that you're passionate about, talk to them about it. And if you can't talk to them about it, they might not be the one for you, sis. You know, I'm not telling you what to do with your relationship, but they might not be the one for you. And if you do talk to them about it and they're very dismissive, you know, they're not encouraging, once again, if you're looking for that, you know, and your partner, once again, he may not be the one for you, because sis, if he wanted to, he would. Okay, that is my motto in relationships. If he wanted to, he would. And what he won't do, another man will. Okay, it's that simple. So go find you somebody who meets what's important to you. Now, we all know that it's not about, you know, material things. But, you know, even so, I feel like when you're talking about things that, you know, you get excited about, you know, I feel like collecting bags is like a hobby, you know? So like, if you enjoyed painting and your partner, you know, you talk to your partner about enjoying painting, and then you realize they were very dismissive of painting. They're like, oh, painting is corny. That's whack. That's lame. Like, why are they saying that? Like, maybe they don't like to paint, but that doesn't mean they need to be dismissive of something that you enjoy. So, I don't know. I feel like those are my tips, my little inputs into the topic when people say, oh, how can I find a man? Like, I feel like in order to attract, you know, those types of men, you need to show that you're that type of girl. And I don't mean be fake or phony or any of that. Like I said, just be yourself. Like, if this is something that you're genuinely interested in, like my family, everybody in my family, they know that I like bags. Do they know how much I spend on them necessarily? No, because that's not their business. But someone that I consider my partner, who I share finances with, of course, I'm not about to be sitting here, you know. Of course, sometimes I joke on this channel and I'll be like, y'all don't tell my husband, da da da. It's always a joke. Okay? I probably used his money to buy it. So he definitely knows what the price was. But you have to, you know, you have to talk about these things, be genuine. If it's something that you're passionate about, you know, like I said, I feel like this is a hobby. Like, if you like nice things, you like pretty things, even like you like to be taken on trips, like, you have to talk about these things in your daily life. Like, don't hide the fact that you really enjoy doing something. And I feel like with someone who is, you know, the right partner for you, you won't have to hide those types of things. And like I said, I feel like people, y'all, this is first date type stuff. Okay, I don't even think this is hard. I think this is first date type stuff because, you know, you ask people what their hobbies are. Oh, I like collecting bags. I feel like it's that easy. Like, that's something that I enjoy doing. People say, oh, I like, you know, going to art galleries. You know, I like painting. I love spending time with my dog. You know, I go to the gym a lot. You know, I like ultimate frisbee. These are first date type things. Like, these are getting to know you type questions. So that's why I say, talk about these things from the get-go. Don't wait until you're like 10 years into it and you know, you're like, I want my partner to do this for me. Like, be honest, be open. Honestly, I feel like honesty is the best policy, not just in this, just like in a relationship in general. Honesty is the best policy. But yeah, be honest, be open, and then do the things for yourself that you want others to do for you to the best of your ability. Like I said, you might not have the budget for everything, but to the best of your ability, do the things for yourself that you would want your partner to do for you, so that they will know from the get-go, hey, I can't approach her any kind of way. Like, I see that these are the things that she likes and enjoys, so I'm gonna have to come correct. Like, it is what it is, because when you're putting yourself out there as that person, then others will see you as that person. They'll see you as someone who's at that level where she's not just going to expect the bare minimum from me if she's already doing the maximum. And y'all know over here on this channel, we are all about doing the maximum. Like, we do the maximum on a daily basis just cause. Like, do what makes you happy. That's also what we're about on this channel. Doing what makes you happy. Like I said, follow me over on Instagram, because that's really where I post all of my maximalism. I don't do minimalist. If you're looking for a minimalist or minimalist type inspiration, I'm not the person for you. And that's fine, because you just have to find the people who are, you know, for you on social media when it comes to the inspiration that you're looking for. But yeah, if y'all want me to talk about, you know, anything else, I'm gonna be talking about some stuff just because this is my channel. That's what I'm gonna be doing. But that's just kind of the first little hot topic that I wanted to touch on, because I feel like it's a really popular one that I see come up. It'll come up periodically in the groups. It's always like the same type question. How do I find a man who will do this for me? But yeah, as always, thank y'all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video.